The S&P and the Nasdaq were down. We made money anyway. I'll tell you how we did it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. And where do pirates buy their hooks? At the secondhand store. Talk of options has been hot over in the Discord today, and even better than that, it's been profitable. And I will tell you in this video not only how you can amplify your portfolio, but also about these free stocks you can get from MooMoo, how you can join my Patreon and get access to that Discord where I post my buys and sells, and also my options course that I'm building out right now. Go ahead and check that out. In the meantime, I do want to get right into talking about those plays. The first play is TQQQ, and this is one that I bought a put option for back here while the market was still traveling up a little bit mistimed for me. I thought possibly we would return back under this 50 days sooner. I ended up scooping up 4.5% on that one, and I will take that, especially on a day when the market drops, and I will wait for clearer indication for the next time to come in, whether it is an oversold situation, overbought situation, and we can actually look at the Qs to get a little bit clearer of a picture with that. And on here I have the bullish channel that we've been trading in, and it is possible that we do return to it. You do see that we came back up to the 50-day on this one, and we are on the bottom side of that, so that means resistance once again. So do we give up 1 to 2%, return back to the bottom of this channel? It could totally happen. Do we come back up above that and then have it as support? That's another thing that can happen for us. That would be about another 1% up until we run into resistance again. So that's something to look for, and if I am going to put leverage on top of leverage, like taking a leveraged ETF like TQQQ or SQQQQ, and then also putting further leverage on it with an options play, I'm going to wait for that overbought or oversold scenario, or to pop outside 2 standard deviations on the Bollinger Bands. Those are the things that I'm watching for that one, for that next options play for the Qs, whether it might be QQQ or either one of the triple leveraged ETFs on that one. All right, the next one that I have for you is Palantir. PLTR. And this is one that I saw this head and shoulders pattern forming up here. Now, mind you, we have not yet returned to the neckline, which is right around 1360, 1370 is about where we can find that. However, this is one that just below the neckline, I actually want to wait until it drops down below $13.30, because when we look left over here, we have this bit of a shelf, and should we fall through that, we actually have room down to $12 before we really start to catch on to further support. So for that, this is one that I'm absolutely watching for another put option opportunity, and we are trading above the 200-day. Still looking bullish for those of you who like Palantir, and I think that Palantir has a solid shot at being a very good company, if they're not already a very good company, but I should say further growth down the line. But in the meantime, I will play these short-term moves as they come along and take advantage of them with those options plays. All right, now the last one that I have for you is ticker symbol AI, so it's C3AI, who just reported their earnings in the after hours yesterday. And I said that they could either pop up to 36 or drop down to 25. And I had a long strangle on this one with a put option placed at a $31 strike. And then I had a long call, so I purchased a call option with a $32 strike, figuring that this could go either way. Now, my bias that I said was bullish. However, I didn't take a single direction stance on this one. I thought that the volatility would be there, and it turned out that it was there, and I was able to scoop up almost 6% of a gain off of this one, given its movement that we have. And even though it wasn't perfectly timed, there was definitely times when the market opened that profitability was most definitely in question. However, it did end up drawing down enough that we actually saw it go down. I can tell you that low price was at $25.53. So we almost got there. And while it wasn't as profitable as I was hoping for, I was looking for more like 20%, I will still take that profit over. Had I taken my bullish bias that I had and went with straight up calls, they would have been pretty much worthless today, and it would have been almost a 100% loss. So playing the volatility like I did absolutely worked out exceptionally for me. Now, in terms of that volatility, C3AI, by the way, this is one that, again, it's not necessarily sitting in a great place where it's just going to hold steady. It's one that could definitely move on us. But I want to talk more broadly about volatility. I said in my Discord this morning, I said it could be very volatile week coming up for us for next week, because we have the inflation reports, we have consumer sentiment coming up, and one of my patrons, one of my community members, was kind enough to mention that Friday, September the 15th, is a quadruple witching day because of all the different options, futures contracts, forex contracts, the equity contracts, all that stuff. 4 different types of contracts that all expire on the same day. And that happens 4 times a year. September is one of those times. September the 15th is when that happens. And we can have extra volatility that comes along with it. So going forward from this, I made a play today with options. As a matter of fact, I did it on Disney, taking advantage of possible volatility that we get from that. So let me put Disney up there. So for the Disney chart that I have pulled up for you, we have a falling wedge pattern that's happening right now. We are sitting at historic support. I think the darkest days of Disney are starting to go behind them a little bit, that we're going to start seeing the markets really start to price in a brighter future for them. And so for this one, I put in a volatility strategy. That way, if it does move further to the downside and breaks this historic support, I profit. And if it breaks to the upside on this one, I profit. Now, what does it have to do in order for me to profit? Well, using the volatility that I expect that we're going to get for next week, I need $2 in either direction. Down to 78 gives me that profit. Up to 82 starts to be profitable for me. Up over 84 starts to be really profitable for me. So those are what I'm looking for. Should we stay right around 80? I'm going to have to pay some money back. So that's September the 15th, where I put that in place. I bought two $80 puts, and then I sold a $78 put, and I also sold an $84 put. So that's the way that I'm playing this one. We'll see how it works out. Here it is on YouTube so that you guys know about it. I posted the actual transaction over at the Discord, so if you're going to be part of that, you guys can go over there. You can check it out there as well. So with that option strategy in place, should be one of the closest things to easy money. Even easier money than that is by using my link down in the description for MooMoo to get up to your 16 free stocks. Here's how you do it. Deposit your money, get free stocks valued up to $2,000 a piece. $100 deposit into the account gets you 5 free stocks. $1,000 or $5,000 gets you 15 free stocks. And you get a free share of Tesla or Google at that $5,000 deposit level. And guys, I've been talking about my Patreon. If you want to see what I'm buying and selling, see what options I'm using in order to profit in these markets to really amplify my portfolio, that link is also down in the description as well. And here is what that course looks like. I got 6 videos up so far, and I'm adding to it throughout each week that I will go from the very beginner, very basic, all the way up through advanced option strategies so that you can put as much profit into your portfolio as possible. We are all about trying to provide that value and service, and I'll bring as much to you as I can through YouTube. For all the additional stuff, that Patreon is where you find it. Those free stocks from MooMoo, why the heck not? Up to 16 free stocks just by making that deposit. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hit me up down in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to ask or say or whatever it might happen to be. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning, and we'll see you in the next video. The S&P and the Nasdaq were both down. We made money anyway. I'll tell you how we did it. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education, and pirates, just so you know, those with hook hands. Now I forget the joke. Something about secondhand stores. Ah, that's right. Thank you. Pirates. Perfect. The markets have been a little bit mixed on us recently. However, we were still able to persevere and add money into our portfolios. And is this the first time that they get to witness this? Yeah, and barking at the camera. I have to add it to the blooper reel.